Hi, everyone. It's Despina from Conscious HR, the HR business partner over here. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to be discussing compassionate offboarding for terminations. Most frequently, when we hear the word termination, it comes with a negative connotation. It seems to signal a firing or almost sometimes like a gross misconduct in people's minds that somebody was let go for whatever reason, but also terminations can also be used to describe any separation within the company, even a voluntary leave with 2 weeks notice, sometimes longer. So we know that this can be a sensitive topic for your organization, and we plan to handle it with empathy as we encourage all of our clients to do as well. So the definition of a compassionate termination means ending a relationship or a job in a kind, respectful, and honest way, focusing on humans first. Here at Conscious HR, we like to think of our clients, employees, of course, as people first with their own families, own needs, and a life beyond what they provide as an employee for their employer. The importance, or what we believe the importance of a compassionate termination is that this approach helps protect your organization while maintaining trust with the parting employee. We think that not only putting your employees as humans first helps your organization, but it also helps maintain that the employee leaving your organization feels supported and secure, and that their information is handled in a confidential, appropriate manner. So we want to lead with clear and kind communication. That seems to be top of mind for us when we think of compassionate offboarding. In terms of termination that is not voluntary for an employee, somebody who is being let go due to poor performance or any other reason, we believe that clear communication is the number one theme that you should have in mind. So we believe that as an employer, you should be honest and direct about why the decision is being made, and stick to the facts and concrete information that can be vetted if needed. I also like to err on the side that less information is better than more information. So try to stick with less information rather than more information. And then along with the clear communication, we want to prepare what you want to say in advance. Sometimes having a list with a few bullet points helps keep the conversation stay on its course. And this is where compliance with federal and state law should be closely adhered to. So please check with your state laws to see what can be discussed and what cannot be discussed. Along the lines of clear and kind communication, we believe that empathy and respect for employees that are voluntarily leaving your organization, along with those who are involuntarily leaving your organization, is very important. So listen to employees or the former employee carefully. Listen to their thoughts as long as they're shared in an appropriate manner. And then we believe that using kind, understanding language is most important with terminations, but this should be kind of a general rule of thumb, no matter what type of conversation that you're having, even if it is with your current employees. We can use examples like, I hear that's difficult for you, or thank you for sharing. I'll make sure we document that for future use with any grievances that the employee may have. And then we believe that equitable processes and support are important for all terminations. So we believe consistency, following clear rules and policies is very important. And you can offer help like advice, counseling, or guidance on next steps, or whatever your organization currently offers. This is a big theme with our clients. If you do not have a current process that your organization currently offers or follows, we believe that the beginning of the year, like right now, is a great time to kind of hammer out your details in what you offer in terms of advice, counseling, or guidance and next steps. I know in New York State, you are required to, not required to not required to give a termination letter, but you are required to give a record of termination. We, of course, do recommend that a termination letter and the record of employment form comes together as a packet to any exiting employee. And then practical tips that we like to include is always choose a private space for tough conversations if in person. And if you are remote, use a private Zoom or another virtual meeting space. Sometimes face-to-face helps these difficult conversations feel a little less intimidating. So if you are able to handle these conversations over Zoom rather than over the phone, we definitely recommend that. And then we also believe having support available, like human resources or another trusted person in management or leadership to have on hand, is always a plus. My general rule of thumb is with involuntary separations to always have two people with your exiting employee, whether that be, again, HR and the direct manager, or direct manager and a leadership position, or just two managers if you don't have in-house human resources. So just recapping our key points here, we want to summarize that clear communication, empathy, equity, and support are very important with compassionate terminations and offboarding. Be sure to lend an ear to the employee to hear their thoughts, any questions, or any support that they may need in the transition of leaving your organization. If we have any viewers on who have any questions, please feel free to comment on any questions or maybe offer your experiences that you have. I'll leave this a minute or two to see if we have any questions here from our audience. And if we don't have any questions, I will thank everyone for joining today. Our quick live here. We have a live every month with different topics pertaining to small businesses. And honestly, this could be applicable to large businesses as well. Topics like terminations are usually something that people feel very well versed in, but it's always worth revisiting as a refresher, especially if you want to change processes or just be, in terms of the new year in 2025, we believe that leading with compassion in today's world is really important. And typically, compassion and terminations are not used in the same sentence. So we loved revisiting this topic and going over this topic with our clients to encourage everyone to think a little bit differently with situations that might have been a buttoned up process in your organization, but just a different way of thinking about it. And then if we don't have any questions, I will, again, just thank everyone for joining us today. And I encourage you to follow conscioushr.co on Instagram for tips on handling sensitive situations with care. My name is Despina Padullo. I am the Human Resources Business Partner. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions as well. I can be found at conscioushr.co, again on Instagram, conscioushr on our website, and feel free to reach out to us with any questions. Thank you so much.